Live.
Nice. All right. Today we're going to do a website audit. We're going to talk about just some structuring issues a website might have, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I have somebody who sent me the website through Instagram chat. Sasha Lindsay Hair Studio. Let's get it up. Let me share my screen with you so you can see what we're looking at. So when we take a look at a website, let me just preface real quick. It's really more of the local SEO aspect we want to dial in, especially if you're a local hair salon. You're not looking for national SEO. It's specific things like landmarks around your area, local citations, all along the lines of how someone's going to find you when they look up best salon near me. And so we're going to look through her website and just give a quick little audit here. Let me share my screen. Okay. If you guys have a website you want to have me take a look at, just go ahead and do that. And James, can you see my screen?
I can now.
All right, cool. So I'm going to refresh the page. Page loads up fast. Luxury hair salons in St. Augustine. That's great. Indulge in luxury hair salon experiences designed around you. Cool. Book an appointment. Master stylist / owner. Our services, great. Our mission. A lot of info on the main page. You're a Davinus hair salon. Great. I would love it if you can click and buy the Davinus hair products. That would be even better. Cancellation policy. Great. Some great information. So let's take a look at the main page, how it's structured through code. The tool I'm going to use for that is free. It's called schema.org. That's the website. We're going to validate the SEO. I think it might still be in there. Let's run a test. Let's take a look at some of the on-site code. All right, local business, awesome. 0 errors. And that is all they have here. So let's see what's in here. Hours, days of the week. You can definitely get a little more descriptive in here with like the data that it's pulling from your page. It's open 8 to 10. I'm not sure if that's your real hours or not. It's Monday through Saturday. Let's geo coordinates. All right, really good. This is great basic local SEO information on that main page. But you're going to want like to have an FAQ section on there. You're going to want to have like some other information. If I take a look at, let me just bring up this website here. Let's validate this website. And you take a look at James's. We're still structuring some of his local code, but we have the organization, breadcrumb list, website, FAQ page. So this is nice for if someone's looking up for what salons accept, Apple Pay, what salons, who won an award near me. It has all that relevant information. Any frequently asked questions, you want that to be rendered as well. So I would definitely add that to your website. And then you take a look here. Great information. Let's get to here. Let me go to his page here. It has all the local towns, different products, years of experience. So there's a lot more information on this local schema. This is how we marked it up for him. But what's cool here is on the main page, or when a crawler or somebody or like a search engine or an AI crawls the website, it has all these local towns that are nearby. It's really good for local SEO. So when you're looking at Sasha's page here, let's load that back up again. It's just, it's limited to the amount of information you're giving the people. You want to have some towns. So like I'm in Fairfield right now, Pinebrook, Parsippany, Montville, all the local towns I want to make sure we come up for first. Now let's take a look at your other menu. I would really like to see a better menu up here. So it gives a proper structure of the website for any kind of rich snippets. And we're going to check that out next too. Let's go to Google rich snippets here. Rich results, I'm sorry. So let's put in Sasha's website again. We're going to take a look here. Let's see what comes up. There's not a lot of pages on here. So what I would suggest for your website as well is add some local pages. Like you can create some like cool neighboring towns, like best salon in this town, best salon in that town, highlights in this town, highlights in that town. All right. So local business organization, that's great. So you're showing some results here, but you want to have a little more data on the rich results than what you're showing. You are a local business, that's phenomenal, but you could have some other information on here, kind of like what we just showed in the schema markup. Where do you go for book an appointment? Great. Opens a new window. Let's take a look at your blog. Let's get here. July 3rd, July 17th. All right. Updated on the regular. Let's continue reading. I would minimize these pictures, or not minimize, but just compress them so they load a little faster. I'm going to take a look at the image address. I'm going to see how you name this image. So, guys, when you're building a website, like the name of the image ideally is going to be in this URL. Yeah, so it's like a stream iStock image. You want to have the image URL be something relevant to your website, your name, your salon, highlights what they're looking at. That's going to be really important. What the blog's about. I would probably link to another blog internally. Let me go to your service pages too, if you have them. Like you have all your services listed here, but I would create a standalone service page for women's haircuts in St. Augustine. That's awesome. You have that here. Create a page dedicated to the St. Augustine women's haircuts, and then another page for the highlights, another page for the color. You really start building up some of that local SEO. Now, when we go to your blog, all right, let's read the blog. I'm Sasha, Studio Salon. Okay, cool. I got that in there. As the owner of Master Styles, Sasha Lindsay Hair Studio, like you're using basic information, which is cool. It's not a terrible blog at all, but I would use some landmarks and I would tell a story. I would make it seem more authoritative. Let's do the check here. Let's check this out. Let's see. Let's go into Claude. Let's check your blog out. Was this written by a human or a AI? Nice. Appears to be written by a human. That's what you want. Are they an authority? And is there local on this page? Okay. Okay, so there's mixed signals here. Authority indicators missing. No mention of years of experience, no certifications, no awards. Okay, so you do mention the city once, website URL, Instagram handle provided. No mention of Florida, no street address, no phone number. So your footer, honestly, would have a lot of the information, which you do right here. So it's good. I would find a way to have some of these words in there, like, hey, well, my client left a Starbucks over on this street in this town. That's like little hidden ways you can add that local SEO in there. But all in all, the site's solid. Like it's loading fairly quick. Outside of what I just said, I would probably add a Shopify store to this, to be honest with you. I would sell Davines online. There's no reason not to. Like when you look up Lakme shampoo, you spell Lakme right. When you click on shopping, let's see. There's a warehouse salon. There's one of my salons I work with. There's a warehouse salon again, warehouse salon, the warehouse salon. And so it gives you an opportunity to show up when people are searching for the products that you sell. Like, let's go Shibui. It's another one of our brands we sell. Shibui shampoo. So let's go. The warehouse, beauty care choices, artisan, the warehouse. Like it just gives you an opportunity for someone to find your salon. Now, when you go back to search, having the proper structured website with that local schema I just showed you, let's take a look at what happens when I go into, is the Revlon brush bad for your hair? This is something I just use as an example. So I have an article on my website talking about this, and typically, there we are. So now Google has their little snippets with an AI overview. This is going to help your salon when you're using this authoritative verbiage in your blogs show up on this Google snippet over here, these little results. And then when they click on this, this goes to my website. So that's really cool. So you want to make sure you're optimized so AI can also crawl your website as well. And let me just do one more quick scan. Aesthetically, it's pretty. I like it. I would add the menu to it. I would add those local pages. Your blogs, I would make them a little more rich. Open today, awesome. Get in touch. Cool. I'm not sure what you built this on, but GoDaddy, here we go. When it comes to SEO, GoDaddy's not the strongest. WordPress will probably come in first. Webflow's up there. Shopify, obviously, because you have so many relevant pages based on the products and other stuff you built out, like service pages. I'm not sure if you have a team. I'm pretty sure it's just you in there. But if you do build a team, you want to build out those team pages as well. Here's your images. Let's take a look at these images. See your address here. Let me go get your image address. Again, so these images, what you really want is a different kind of naming structure. This is probably a widget you added in there. So if there's a way you can get in there and just kind of change that around. Reviews, that's awesome. Let's check out your Google business page now. 51 reviews, 5.0, beautiful. Do you have any updates in here? All right, there's an update section on your Google business page that you can utilize, which will help you also get a lot more visibility. And other than that, like your local citations, I'm not going to really dig into right now, but make sure you're on the Better Business Bureau, you're on Yelp, you're on Bing, you're on Yahoo, you're on Foursquare, all of that. Those are called local citations. I'm not going to really look at any of your backlinks right now, but all in all, the site looks great. Social links, good job. Other than those changes, you got a pretty good website here, Sasha. So that's your audit. Hope you enjoyed it. James, anyone have any questions? Because I'll jump into another website.
TT at TTWB_. Can you check my website?
Sure. What is it? Just drop it in here.
Just drop it in the chat.
Best salon in New Jersey. Let's go take a look while I'm waiting for that. And best salon in New Jersey. Guess who shows up? We do. They're sponsored, so. And here we are. Let's see what else comes up. Salon Gatto, Hoboken. Elite Salon Spa, highlights. Cool. Let's take a look at the back end pages here. There you go. Amy Salon, best salon in Englewood, New Jersey. Someone's listening to me with their title. Great. Page loaded really fast. You got your Google Maps on here. So, James, when you get that, let me know.
I'm waiting.
Positive reviews, voted best salon in New Jersey by Yelp. That's phenomenal. Let's see her blog. Good job. Some pictures. Let's see the picture image address. See how she named it. Wix, static. All right, I would definitely have a better naming structure for that picture. Something that we're looking at, extensions. It's just nice to have that little bit of extra SEO in there. Step 4. There's a lot of info in here. You got your FAQ section, so well done. Well done on that blog. And who is this again? Amy Salon in Englewood, I think it is. But 4-minute read. This is a good blog. Good job. Service page. Now, for the service page, you have a menu right here as an image. I would 100% break this down to text properly structured with the H tags that you need. So Google or whatever search engine or crawler can crawl that a little better. Let's take a look at Amy, if you have one. This robots text file. And you do have a robot text file. It's limited. Cool. So you at least have a file in there. I didn't check that on Sasha's page, but I would create standalone, like you're doing a good job on the SEO portion of things. I would create a standalone page for each one of your services too, just to provide some just better content for crawlability. Let's see what you have under more. All right. I would change the color of your little mini mega menu because you have white font and then you can't really see it when you're hovering unless you hover over that. So from a user experience standpoint, I would definitely change that. This page is great. Cancellation rescheduling, good information, our team. Again, same thing with the services. I would probably have a page where it links to these people and you just have more data for that person. So anyone who's coming to your website would really be able to get a lot of information on that person. And then the link to their Instagram is great as well. But that went to your main page. Do they all go to that page? Yeah, I would link them to the stylist's page. I wouldn't just link them all to your own salon's page, to be honest with you. But you did it up here for the stylist. But I think this is probably the owner. All in all, great website. Let's see your promotions tab. Expire. I would just get these expired promotions off of here. Instead of promotions, I would probably put something different on here. I would put an event section and run an event in your salon on like a monthly basis. And I would just create these fun event pages, which also help with local SEO. And I would team up with another business locally so you can have that verbiage on that page too, which would really help out with, again, some of that local search. Like Valentine's Day for last year. Let's not do that. Let's talk about back to school. Let's talk about events. Let's talk about the upcoming fall, Christmas, holidays, stuff like that, things that are happening. I would move promotions down on the other side of this mega menu. I would move services over to the left. Press. Cool. You're linking out from the site. But press, I wouldn't even need up there, to be honest with you. I would put like more, put that under more. Our team, our services. And I would keep that menu. Clean your blog. Obviously, you'd keep up there. Just aesthetic things I would change, but all in all, like you got some rich content on here. You have your map on the bottom, your phone number, your email. Like it's doing the job. Let's take a look at some of your code in here. James, you got a website yet?
No website.
Okay. That's too long. So that is too long of a prompt. So I will just study it myself. All right. Let's see. Okay, just got a lot of code. You have a lot of code on this page. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just you could probably compress some of that code to make it. Your page does load really fast, by the way. So it's not hurting my end of the speed score, but let's take a look at your schema. Okay, run a new test. Let's see this right here. Let's see what we got for your valid here. Local business, great website, awesome. But you could have a lot more information on here. It's called a JSON file. Local schema. I'm not the most technical when it comes to like the verbiage I use, but you want to really increase some of the information that you're giving to the search engines by creating those files on your page. But that's it for, I believe it's Amy Salon. Let's take a look at another real quick. Best salon in PA. Let's go California. Who's the best salon in all of California here? Best salon in La Jolla. There we go. Great team picture. Loaded pretty fast. Your hair is our passion. La Jolla, California. Good job. You got some San Diego. A lot of local SEO in that front part. Hair cutting. I would definitely link this rather than, let's see where you go here. Services. All right, good. Stylist. Pricing. I would have still like a standalone page for each one of these. This is Belle Serene Salon. So if you know them, let them know I did an audit on them. Aesthetically, did a great job on the website. Stylist. Let's see what we got here. Honestly, this picture's blurry, so I'm willing to believe they you guys compressed it. But I would put like a faint filter on that, like so it's just darker, and it would take away from it looking so pixelated, and then it would make this meet the team font pop a little more. Okay. Let's take a look at Sherry. From a user experience standpoint, I'd make that font a little bigger. And I would have Sherry's own page I would link to. I would put more about Sherry. And let's see what you got on Davines. So link to your styles pages. Your Davines Concept Salon, talk to Davines about bringing the retail online. You'll crush it with it online. Footer's good. Again, I would have I would put a locations tab in your footer because there's a lot of places in California, especially in like San Diego County where you're at, like La Jolla, Carlsbad. There's a lot of towns that you can really utilize some of that local verbiage. Awesome parking options included. You have the address on there, the hotel. That's actually really good for local SEO as well. Let me take a look at your page source. Okay. Cookies banner, Google Tag Manager. Okay. Let's see what else you got going on in here. So your Squarespace site. So it's a great Squarespace site, by the way. But those few changes I would definitely do. And then up here, like these headers that kind of go transparent, like it's still hard to read some of this stuff. So on the scroll, I would change the scroll where this goes from clear to dark to like 30% of the page rather than like you're probably at either 5% of the page or 0% of the page. Make that 30%. Oh, there we go. I lied. I reversed it. So you go transparent at the very top. Cool. I stand corrected on that one. And the surrounding areas. Cool, but what are your surrounding areas? Let's see if you have them listed in there. I guess I don't just do websites and stuff, but this is just fun for me. Like it's all about having an experience in your salon as well. So the person has the same experience, whether they're searching for a salon online, they come across your salon's website, and you want to keep that congruent across everything they're on, your Instagram, your website, when they walk in your salon. Great local markup, by the way. So you have the beauty salon, you have the local business. Definitely put some more information on there. All those local towns, like I showed you when I was doing James's website, all the local towns were listed. You want that on here too. So whoever's doing your website and your SEO, have them get on that for you. But that was a solid website. James, anything else?
Nope, we got nothing.
Cool. How's the feed?
He's good.
Cool. All right, guys. So you want to have me take a real quick look at your site, then let me know now. But this one in La Jolla, Bella Serene, I believe the name it was. Yep, Bella Serene. They did a decent job on a lot of the website, but there's just some like other things they can do to really capitalize on the local surrounding towns in La Jolla. And when it comes to, like, you always hear me talk about Shopify. Shopify is a website. So here's our salon's website. All of these, like, award-winning hair salon, professional beauty products. It's a little more complex, but it really does help deliver better SEO and authority because there's so many pages on the site. And then you come down to salon services, and you have your service menu, and then you have learn more. So you're going to go to cutting and styling. Like, we're going to really optimize these pages moving forward. I'm probably going to, the reason why I'm not going crazy now with my own site is I'm probably going to change out our theme. It's dated. I'm not happy with it. I'm going to see if our team fixed the address. Let's find out if someone's getting fired today or not. Okay, let's go here. Copy image address. Summer Hair. Cool. So we're named Summer Hair. I would like to have Summer Hair in New Jersey or Summer Hair in California, but see the naming structure, at least I have hair in that page. It should be the warehouse salon as well. Then I'd even take a look at these on these sites. Let's take a look at her meta title here. So, yep, best hair salon in Englewood. Cool. Cutting hair and hair styling in warehouse salon. I would definitely fix my own meta page title on that better. But if you take a look at this, it's a rich title. Same thing with Fairfield. Voted best hair salon in Fairfield. Let's take a look at Belle Serene. See how she's doing with her page title. Great. Exactly what I thought it would be. Really good. There's a high memory usage. There's just a lot on this page. Probably really beautiful pictures. Like, you got a ton of pictures on here. Just compress them a little bit. All right, cool. So building a website is not that difficult to do, but just optimizing it for local search and now for ChatGPT to find your salon on a search because people are using that. It's more important than ever. So if you guys, James,
We got R&R Hair Lounge is my website.
all right, cool. R&R Hair Lounge. .com.
I guess.
R&R Hair Salon. I'm pretty sure that's it. Is it? Am I on it right now? Ask that person to comment in. I know there's a delay. R&R Hair Lounge. Here it is. I think this is it probably. Just comment if this is it or not.
They said yes.
All right, cool. All right. So homepage. All right, logo. I'm going to beat you up a little bit. I would make your logo a little bigger. I can't really read this font, so I would just change that around a little bit. Homepage, cool. We're on it. R&R, aesthetics, and hair lounge. I would probably put the town that you're in, like the best of. You have home of R&R hair lounge. I would put the city you're in that title as well, and I would put some other information in that meta page title. And I'm gonna just take a look at your stylist page real quick. Let me see this. Meteor stylist. Okay, like you did a good job here. You can probably put Meteor stylist in the same exact city or town that you're in. This is pretty. It's moving around, but it's flashy. You won't need all that. This isn't clickable. I'm not sure if it's just my computer. You're on that page anyway. More info. Let's see. Meet the stylist Rachel. Good. You have her own dedicated page. Nice. Specialty reds. Okay, blonde and redheads. So I would have a little more descriptive definitions of what her specialty is. So she's a master colorist specializing in blonde and redheads, right? So go into it. She has X amount of years of experience specializing in this. Again, like I can see where you're going with it, but the font is just, it's spread out. It's a little hard to read. Meet other styles. I love that you have the internal linking on this page to go to the other styles. That's great. Again, let's see her name. Meet her stylist, Angie. Baby lights, micro and subtle dimensional hair color. Add a little more depth to how you're describing what she specializes in. I would like to see a picture of Angela too. I want to get to know her. Like you could throw fun shit on there, like her favorite coffee, her favorite movie, like really get to know who Angie is. And honestly, Angie and then Angela, I would make that consistent. I would fix the two names on there. And let's take a look at your local markup if you have it or not. People are really stuck on these videos now on their main page of the site, and that's cool. Just as long as it doesn't take a while to load. Let me see your markup. Let's validate this here. And you know what? I should know. See, you have no local schema. So what you want, it's called a JSON LD file built for local SEO. Like if you want, message me. I can get my team on that for you. But you would want to really make sure that your website has the proper information on your site. So it's sending the information back to the search engines and AI, like I said earlier. I would jump on that. One of the first things I would do is that. Contact us page. Again, I like the art you have. The art you have is great. It's cool. But again, like you don't need this here. Like change that background. Like make sure it's a little more readable. Let's see if I can bring it to mobile. Yeah, this is what your header is going to look like on mobile, I'm guessing. Like us on Facebook, your phone number, your address. You're in Riverside, California. All right, cool. This should be the best salon in Riverside, California. And then all of that local SEO I showed earlier, you want to make sure that's being rendered for I think Riverside. I don't know if it's by Oceanside or not. Riverside, California. Let's see this. Best salon in Riverside, California. Let's see how you're doing on Google if you come up. All right. Not seeing you. I got Karen and Alan in Riverside. Bello Salon, Empire Hair. Let's see what else we got going on in here. Let's see where you're at on this. Let's find R&R. I hope you have a Google business page. If you don't, stop everything you're doing now and get one. All right, so I'm not finding you in the best salon in Riverside, California. Let me go to any rating. Just going to keep going. Hopefully I find you. Your Google business page is as important as a website. I'll be honest with you.
R&R said, I would love for you to help me with my site.
Yeah, absolutely. Shoot me a message privately from the chat. Let me take a look at your team because you could crush it. Because I like where your head's at with everything, but another Steel Magnolia salon. Yeah, you're not. I'm going like no one's going to go this far looking for a hair salon. I'll be honest with you. So the fact that you're not showing up is going to be, it's just going to ruin your business. Like no one's going to go. But we can get you to the top 3, at least to the top page in a couple months. R&R, there you are. So you are a couple pages back. You're on the 4th page. And I know California's got a lot of salons in it, but so does New Jersey. You had 9 reviews. All right. We got to get your reviews up. You got to ask every single person that comes in your salon to leave your review, and preferably a 5-star review. Let's see if you're messaging them back. All right. 2 years ago from Catherine, you should have messaged her back already. It's been 2 years. What are you waiting on? Let's go back. Websites right here. You could have your service. You could really trick this page out. So there's a lot of stuff we could do with your Google business page. You have your website in here going to your Facebook page. So let's fix that and send it to your website. If this is you, great job on this fade, by the way. I might have to come to you to do my beard.
He said, look up R&R aesthetics and hair lounge for Google.
Yeah, I'm going to look up your name. I want to look best hair salon in Riverside, California. Like, don't forget, someone's going to look up a hair, like best hair salon near me, best this, or salon that's great for extensions, or best salon for highlights in Riverside, California. Right? So why Sephora is even wasting their money on that is silly. Unless they're doing highlights for makeup, but they should do if you know someone in Sephora, tell them to use that as a negative keyword in their ad. They're wasting money. All right, Studio 13. Yeah, I'm not finding you here. I'm going to definitely find you when I look up in California, right? Yeah, you're going to come up because I'm looking for you specifically. But the thing when it comes to, let me stop sharing. And James, am I in the screen now?
No, it's just you.
All right. So the thing about having your Google business page optimized with your website, think like a big spider web. And at the middle of that spider web is your website. And so that's the hub, especially now when it comes to AI and like Instagram now is being rendered on there. You need a place for people to go as your HQ, your headquarters. Now, outside of that, the next thing you really want to focus on is your Google business page. So make sure you're focused on that. Your website needs to be rich with information, letting people know that they're best salon. You're the best salon for highlights, fades, haircuts, whatever you're specializing in. And then you want details about your stylist as well. And the more descriptive you can get, the more words you could use that bring in landmarks like the Starbucks down the street in Riverside, California on like 23rd Ave. And you could, in your blogging content, you could speak about how your client left the Starbucks and her extension fell out. So that's like, you could use this kind of stuff. This is all stuff that we do for our clients, by the way, like our salon clients that we help out. Let me see. Let me go back to your page again. If there's a blog. Nope, you don't have a blog on here. The about. Like your salon looks really cool. I would honestly update the picture so no one's wearing a mask. I know you're in California in your pictures, but that was a while ago. So like when you update your website, it shows people like, oh, wow, they're updating it. At least it shows Google you're updating your website. I would have your street address down here. Oh, good. There it is. Cool. There's definitely a way to get a better map picture than that one. Oh, you have a website. So you're obviously ahead of the game, but some people don't have a website yet. Focus on your Google business page. focus on the proper structure of your meta page titles, your meta descriptions. Get a blog on there. Get some local other pages on there, like highlights in Riverside, California, haircuts in Riverside, California. I like that you have a page for each one of your stylists. That's great. Going more depth on what they do. Outside of that, I could help you really build this out. I would sell retail on here personally, because if you're in California, you may not be a commission salon, but you should be. But at least your rent looks like it's expensive. You look like you're in a nice place. So having that extra revenue coming in for selling retail will definitely help you out. Let me see. Okay, blunt cuts, layered bobs, blowouts, balayage. You have a good list of services here. Like, see right here. I'm sharing my screen. Let me share my screen again. Sorry, guys. Let me get back in to show you one more thing. Hold on. If you're still watching, let me show you this real quick. These services you have right here, like your women's haircut, men's haircut, all of that. If you make this clickable, like color, you want hair color, right? You want balayage, you have dimensions and corrective color. Put corrective color on its own platform. Short haircuts, fine. Click on short haircuts, and then underneath that, have a great description and a couple stylists that can do short haircuts. Oh, good. You do Botox, esthetician services. That's awesome. Again, link to them. These are all pages you can have built out that have like Riverside and neighboring towns and Botox and keywords that are going to be really rich for you to show up in any kind of search. Like I said, message me on Instagram and we'll talk about how we can help you really build out this website. So when someone Googles best salon in Riverside, California, you are going to be number one. All right. Stop sharing. And that's our audit for today, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to have me take a look at your salon and help you out with that and give you a little more direction, then please let me know in my chat on Instagram. Just message me like, hey, audit my website. And if I forgot to audit your website, just message me again because you either didn't respond, but I'm going to try and put you in like a flagging system or start building out some kind of automation. So I will be able to just not forget that you asked me to audit your salon. So we're going to get better at that. I'll also audit like Instagrams and things of that nature, any of your content, but websites really it gives your salon the ability to be seen. And if no one's finding you, whether it's Google, Yahoo, Bing, ChatGPT, Claude, it's going to get harder and harder for you to compete and be relevant with your salon in the next few months, especially next few years. So having that properly optimized is only going to help you build your business. And having it optimized for local SEO is what you want to focus on. And then having an e-commerce extension on there is going to help you utilize your salon's website to drive revenue for your salon and just make you a more profitable business. And if you want to ever exit one day, it makes it that much more of a valuable business when you have an e-commerce component to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it today. I will see you all tomorrow for tomorrow's live. James, any questions real quick before I go?
Nope.
Actually, all right. See you all later.